Alright, this is Christopher Foster once again, and this is a request this time for Tammy. And the name of this video is The Worst Episode of The Haunting Hour, Too Many Zombies by Pushing Up Roses. So we got some more Pushing Up Roses drugs. Alright, let's check it out. Yay.
Pushing Up Roses here, and today we're looking at another episode of The Haunting Hour, a show
Yeah, let's go.
conceptualized by
I love this show.
of Goosebumps fame. If you're not familiar with this series, it was meant to be for a younger audience. The warning claiming kids 7 and up could watch it, but it turned out to be astoundingly dark, even for adults. I was shocked at some of the themes presented
they
in
were
the show
creepy.
and its willingness to show death and body horror. That being said, not every episode had a morbid plot. Some of them borderlined on cheesy and more resembled a Goosebumps episode where the acting was weird and the writing was handled.
Oh, what's that video game boys?
I watched were definitely on the bleaker side. I was a little shocked.
Oh, spiderwebs.
Went a more tame route, and I think this is the case with Game Over from season 2. My curiosity to watch it was really spurred by the vague description on my streaming service. An expert gamer plays a new game with a twist.
I actually like this one, the video game episode.
Knowledgeable about gaming, so let's dive in. The episode greets us with our main characters, Kelly, who bears a striking resemblance to Ron Weasley, and goes by the
that is Ron Weasley.
Hellraiser, and his best friend, Gooch. I kept mishearing his name as Douche and started making jokes about it sounding like douche, and now I feel bad in retrospect. I'm such a Gooch bag. They're playing something that looks similar to an id game, like a modern Doom, and clearly using...
I'm turning up my heater, it's getting hot in here.
Clearly they are real gamers. What in the world is this painting? It's a kid gaming on his couch, sitting in front of an open window, and there's like a bunch of sticks outside. Hellraiser finishes off the zombie and congratulates himself on a job well done.
And that is why they call me Hellraiser.
He gets irritated because Gooch is not as skilled as he is at the game,
Get
and
it right,
asks him to get him a soda.
I find someone completely on level.
While he's gone, Hellraiser sees a message pop up on the screen, presumably
You
from
are
another person
good. That's
playing
what
the
it
game
said.
named Major Mayhem.
Ready for a
You
real...
are good. Ready for a real challenge?
See, they read it for me.
Ugh,
Never
reminds
mind.
me of getting texts from my older family members. Hi, Sarah. Are you there? Please fix my computer. Aren't you? Squirrel emoji and Hilda. Hellraiser accepts the challenge, and the user replies with an address telling him to go to it alone. Sure thing.
Alone?
Meeting a stranger from the internet. That sounds safe. Not using
He gets stuck
his
into the
judgment,
TV,
Hellraiser
right?
decides to go to this random address and brings Gooch along with him.
Wait, so some cyber freak IMs you, tells you to meet him downtown, and you're gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm with Gooch, but Hellraiser's ego has taken over, and he wants to throw down, even if this rando turns out to be a serial killer. But first...
Gotta hydrate.
At the bowling alley? I was actually pleasantly surprised at how fast this episode progressed. Within the first few minutes, Hellraiser and Gooch arrive at their destination, which they refer to as Shady.
I thought they got sucked into the TV.
I live there. It looks like my house in Animal Crossing. Hellraiser heads in alone and finds what looks to be an ominous esports chamber. 3 monitors flip on and he's greeted by Major Mayhem.
Oh shit. It's a little Cool J.
Anything. Sit down, Hellraiser. How do you know that name?
What do you mean, how does he know? He messaged you earlier.
Yeah.
It's your username, the one you bragged about earlier.
And that is why they call me Hellraiser.
After some more bragging,
You said it on
Major
camera.
Mayhem, who is also the game master, presents him with a new top secret game called Z-Town. Sounds thrilling. Major Mayhem tells him to not share it with anyone, because yeah, gamers are so good at not leaking secrets.
You're not gonna believe this.
See? They boot it up immediately and, oh good, it's an FMV game. Ugh, first-person games make me anxious. I was afraid of Myst when I was young, and nothing even happens in that game. In-game, the two enter Z-Town. Or if you're German like me,
Z-Town.
When
Hey!
they enter, their house is transplanted into the game's environment, which is full of zombies.
Oh shit.
Oh wow, that scream! That was amazing! Oh, it really is an
Why would you
FMV game.
scream like
Building
that?
Zombies and trying whatever the fuck you can to solve the puzzles.
This reminds me of that
Doesn't
Shaun of the
make
Dead
sense. Yeah,
scene.
you use that fly swatter. Hellraiser and Gooch try to escape from the zombie, amputating its arm in the process. We're just gonna leave that there? Wow.
I guess.
Littering. They realize they're in the game after
They'll get
noticing
its arm
the
back.
absence
It's a
of people,
zombie.
which is strange because I thought the zombie would have been the giveaway. The tone really takes on the movie Shaun of the Dead, with silly sound effects
That's
and
what I
similar
said.
character dynamics.
Reminds you of Shaun of
They
the
meet
Dead.
2 other players, a girl named Micah and a boy who is aptly named Sean. There's even a scene similar to the pub fight from
Sean
Shaun of the
Astin.
Dead, except this takes place in a bowling alley.
Gotta hydrate.
Before the fight starts, Gooch grabs a hot dog and puts ketchup on it, ultimately sealing his death because of this completely blasphemous act.
What was that?
The sound of someone ruining a hot dog.
I think we're in the game.
Wow. wow, you're a genius. The zombies
Who doesn't
infiltrate the
catch
place,
some
and
of their
because
hot dog?
Hellraiser was too busy showing off, he failed to help his team, and Micah gets captured. Her health bar lowers, and
Poor
her player
guy.
is eliminated. Sean gets captured, and Gooch and Hellraiser do basically nothing to save him. At this point, I also started to feel like the plot resembled The Most Dangerous Game, a short story written by Richard Connell. You probably know
Most
of it,
Dangerous
and if
Game.
not directly, then by the amount of stories it has influenced. It tells of a big game hunter becoming stranded on an island who is then hunted by an aristocrat. Yeah, slightly different here, I realize, as the game master isn't doing the hunting, he's just putting the players in a dangerous environment, but I was getting some similar vibes. Major Mayhem tells them that there is no way out of the game. They have to beat it for any chance of escape. At least one person needs to remain standing. Gooch decides to just go all in and sacrifices himself as a distraction so Hellraiser can make it to the end. I respect that. Gooch
Sucks for
knows
him.
what his strengths are, and it's not fighting, so he forfeits his life so that they stand a chance at winning. Hellraiser makes it to the final level where he meets Major Mayhem, the game master. He finally realizes that being the best isn't all it's cracked up to be, checks his ego, and chooses his friends as his weapons. They get their lives back and manage to subdue Mayhem. Unfortunately, winning doesn't mean Hellraiser gets to go home. The reason Mayhem was looking for the best was so he could pass his title along to them, and Hellraiser proved himself to be just that.
And that is why they call me Hellraiser.
It's not clear
Well, they
what
keep
happens to
showing
the
that.
other players. Presumably they get to go home, but Hellraiser is left behind, tasked with the job of finding the
shit.
next victim to take his place.
That's
They
fucked
get started
up.
right away, targeting a bratty little kid who
Never
also
ends for
thinks
the
a
main
little too
character in
highly
this
of
show.
himself.
I
He
swear.
touches the screen and I loved the ending for this one. In fact, I thought seeing the kid get abruptly yanked through the
Always
television
killing
screen
kids in
was
this
one
show.
of the scariest, more startling parts of the episode. Otherwise, I thought it lacked frightening moments. Not every episode from The Haunting Hour has a moral. Some are just bleak or disturbing, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Horror can make for good cautionary tales, and sometimes they can just make
Oh,
for fun
burn
frights.
that.
And this one tried for the moral. Hellraiser neglected his friends, couldn't be a team player, and only cared about himself, and that landed him in a dismal situation. I get a lot of satisfaction seeing entitled gamers get their comeuppance, and I understand using gaming as a more modern topic, but it really did just feel like Shaun of the Dead light, with some gratuitous violence
It was
against
similar to
zombies
Shaun of the
and
Dead.
a few humorous moments.
I suck at video games.
Compared to a lot of cautionary tales within horror, I'd say this one falls on the weaker side. It
I liked
almost
it.
has that Twilight Zone feel
Not the
to
best
it, where you're
episode, but
actually
it was
looking
alright.
for a life of eternal suffering, as opposed to just dying. But I think because it was so hokey, the ending just didn't land. I also don't think Hellraiser truly learned his lesson. Typically, lessons are learned over years. And I think in the end, winning was still the goal for him, whether that meant using his friends or not. Even if he had learned his lesson, the episode very quickly jumps away from the moral by making it not matter. He still has to be the game master, and he still has to carry on with the tradition of finding the best players to take his place. So there's not enough of a direct message to make the moral stand out as the main theme, and there's not enough significantly scary scenes for it to be taken seriously as a horror story either. It feels like the writers just wanted to have fun with the we're trapped inside a video game premise, as opposed to making something more memorable or impactful. Although I can tell the creators had a great time with the zombies and the fight scenes. Those are pretty fun. The actors obviously had a fun time too, especially this one who does a little twirl after getting bonked on the head with a frying pan. If that zombie lives, he definitely has a potential career in dance. The gaming element gave it more of an action-adventure feel, and that's not my favorite way to digest horror. It makes sense for the audience, which is going to consist of preteens and teens, but I'm more inclined towards the macabre. The story was also very fast-paced, which I consider a pro for things that are more action-oriented. Sometimes you just need to get straight to the point, and this story does that. Another thing this series really has going for it that separates it from older children's horror shows is the acting. The actors are more varied in age compared to series like Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark, so that gives it a lot more maturity and relatability. Still, I prefer the episodes that feature pumpkin heads and death. Not people dying,
Yeah, me
necessarily,
too.
just death as a character. That's my jam. If you have an episode of The Haunting Hour you are just dying to see me talk about, please leave a suggestion in the comments. Perhaps you have a more grisly one in mind. Until then, stay spooky.
Do the one where he has a bug in his hands. That's a good one.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching my video on Game Over from R.L. Stine's The Haunting Hour. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in more children's horror reviews, I have some, but first I'd like to thank my patrons for continuing to support my channel. It means so much
The
to me
one
to
where he
have
has a
your
bug in his
support
hands
so I
that
can
you were
keep putting
showing.
out quality content. If you don't want to give me money, which is completely understandable because sometimes I blow it on Denny's breakfast, no worries. Likes, comments, and especially sharing helps to spread my work. If you want to browse my content before subscribing, please do so. Here's a few videos you can start with. On the left, I
I've
have a
seen that
breakdown of a more
Goosebumps
disturbing
one.
episode of The Haunting Hour, and on the right, I have an episode from one of my flagship series, that time on Murder, She Wrote. Murder, mystery, and horror go hand in hand, you know. Thank you again, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.
Alright, that was the worst episode. I don't think it's the worst. I mean, it's not as dark or demented as the other episodes of the show, but I liked it. I liked the Killraiser, whatever his name was. But, yeah. So, with the sad thanks for watching, guys. Take care. See you guys in the next one. Peace.